Hi guys, welcome back, and in today's video we'll talk about phrases that may sound a bit unprofessional. So if you don't want to be in trouble at work, watch this video until the end.
Everything's in English.
All you need to know.
All right, how did you learn to speak English?
And as we've said before, and we'll always say that, of course, everything depends on the context and on your intonation. So don't treat it as a very strict rule. But how many times have you been in a situation when you thought, oh, nobody told me this before? So we've got your back, and we're here with some phrases that may sound unprofessional. Number one, we've always done it like, and then explain how you've always done something. If somebody asks you to do something in a new way or in a way that you're not used to, you don't want to say this phrase. You can provide your feedback when there is time for that, but you don't know what your management has in mind. Maybe sometimes a new thing is gonna change things around. Another phrase is, I thought you were doing that. This just shows that you are confused about what's going on in your team. Again, it shows a bit of a communication issue. The next phrase is, that's impossible. You're not a quitter, are you? So you don't want to limit your team, your co-workers, and yourself, and stop yourself and your co-workers from finding creative solutions. Nothing's impossible. The next phrase is, I'm so exhausted.
I am so exhausted.
Work is work, and we know that to get somewhere you need to work hard. So if you say it all the time, how exhausted you are, that might show that you're not very good at managing your time. The next phrase is, you misunderstood.
You misunderstood.
Well, first of all, don't blame the other person for any mistakes that may have happened because of misunderstanding. Just try to find a better way to explain what you actually meant, and don't just brush off the responsibility for communication. It always takes two people to establish successful communication. Don't forget about that. We have a marathon that includes all you need to start working or running your business in English. You'll get up-to-date business English vocabulary, you'll learn how to write a resume, communicate with colleagues, run meetings, write emails, and present your projects in English. The link and a special promo code are down below. Another phrase that you should probably avoid saying at work is, because I'm in charge. Even if you are in charge of a particular task or a project, don't use it to convince people to follow your lead. Lead with an example and the right attitude.
I'm in charge now, Phasma.
The next phrase is, I know what I'm talking about. Even if you are an expert at something, show it with your actions rather than being a bit arrogant and saying this phrase.
I know what I'm talking about.
The next phrase is not actually a phrase, but anything that goes with swear words or curse words. It's just simply not professional. If you're not sure what's supposed to be a swear word and what's not, try to stay away from anything you can't say on Disney Channel. The next phrase is, I can't do it all by myself.
I can't do this all by myself.
Generally, it's considered that your management would know what you can or can't do. Sometimes you may doubt your own capabilities. Sometimes you might need help with prioritizing your tasks or your projects. So instead of just walking around saying that you can't do all of this by yourself, ask for help, ask for clarification, or you can present your ideas about how to tackle this problem better. The next phrase is, I was just doing what I was told. This is shifting responsibility on somebody else. Even if you're just doing what somebody else told you to, there is always an opportunity to ask a question or raise a concern if you have any. Don't just blame problems on somebody else. The next phrase that you should probably avoid saying at work is, I'm just going to ignore it. Closing your eyes and letting problems happen is not the right way to go. Trust me, things like that always come to the surface at some point. And if your management or your boss finds out that you actually knew about it, you might come across as selfish or irresponsible. The next phrase is, if somebody asks you about something or asks you to do something and you say, that's not going to happen. There are lots of ways how to say no, and this is definitely not the right one. You may come across as quite arrogant and not friendly.
That's not going to happen.
The next phrase is, don't tell the boss. As we've said before, things like this always come to light. In any communication, especially at work, transparency is key.
Just don't tell my boss.
The next phrase is, it's all good. Around your superiors, it might not be the best choice. But then again, you know your corporate culture best, so try to judge it. However, friendliness and transparency is always a good way to go.
It's all good, man. All good.
The next phrase to avoid is, it's not my fault. Okay, we don't like being criticized. We don't like receiving negative feedback, but shifting the blame and responsibility on somebody else does not show you as a good team player or as a good co-worker. The best way to go is to show that you're aware of a problem and demonstrate what you are ready to do to avoid it in the future.
It's not my fault.
The next phrase is, I feel really stressed. A similar one to the one we've mentioned before. When you're talking about being exhausted, yes, there are situations when you can and should mention your stress levels, but also make sure that you have under control what you can. The next phrase to avoid is, but John, or somebody else, said that I should do this. Again, pointing fingers and shifting blame is never a good idea. And I can assure you, you're not going to be the most popular person in the office. And the next phrase is, they'll never know. And here comes the TikTok trend.
Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
How would they know?
If you do something shady and you say, oh, they'll never know, they'll never find out, you demonstrate that you're capable of hiding not a very nice secret. First of all, you can't be sure that the other person is not going to tell anyone, and second, your reputation is going to suffer. The next phrase is, does this look okay? So if you prepared something, a presentation or a report, and you're showing it to somebody, does this look okay? The problem with this phrase is that it's not confident enough. If you're showing it maybe to your teammate, that can be all right, but if you're showing it to your boss, it needs to be more confident. You can just ask a more exact question, like, oh, is this what you were looking for? Or am I on the right track? Just show that you're really engaged, you're putting your effort, and you're ready to listen to your boss or your manager. And the last phrase for today. Oh, let's just get it over with.
Let's just get it over with.
I know we all get tired and I know we all get stressed. However, it's always a good idea to address issues with a more positive attitude. That will definitely give you more points as a good team player and your reputation will be impeccable. Okay guys, this is all for today. I hope you found this video useful. Let us know in the comments below which phrases you regularly use at work, which phrases surprised you. Don't forget to watch our other videos and I'll see you very soon. Bye!